Good afternoon, Fiona. Today, we'll be practicing the speaking part of the IELTS exam. Are you ready?
Good afternoon, Mr. Zakaria. Yes, I'm ready.
Great! Let's start with part 1, which includes general questions about familiar topics. I'll ask you some questions, and you should answer naturally. Let's begin. Can you tell me about the area where you live?
Sure, I live in a quiet neighborhood on the outskirts of the city. It's a peaceful place with lots of parks, and I really enjoy spending time there, especially during the weekends.
That sounds nice. Now, do you think your area has changed much in recent years?
Yes, it has changed quite a lot. A few years ago, there weren't many shops or restaurants, but now we have more options, which has made life more convenient. However, it has also become a bit busier.
Interesting. Let's move on to part 2. I will give you a topic, and you will have 1 minute to prepare. After that, I'd like you to speak for up to 2 minutes. Here is your topic. Describe a time when you helped someone.
Okay, I'd like to talk about a time I helped a friend with their university assignment. It was about a year ago when my friend was struggling with a research paper on environmental science. They were really stressed because the deadline was approaching, and they didn't know how to organize the information. I offered to help by showing them how to structure the paper and gather more reliable sources. We worked on it together for a few days, and in the end, they were able to submit it on time. I felt really happy because I knew my help made a difference.
Excellent. You spoke clearly and gave a detailed response. Now, let's move on to part 3, where we will have a discussion related to helping others. In your opinion, why is it important to help people in your community?
I think helping others is important because it builds a sense of community. When people help each other, they create stronger bonds in a supportive environment. It also promotes kindness and understanding, which are essential for a healthy society.
That's a great point. Do you think that governments should do more to support people who need help?
Yes, I believe governments have a responsibility to support those in need, especially the vulnerable groups like the elderly, disabled, or unemployed. They can provide financial aid, healthcare, and education to ensure that everyone has equal opportunities. But it's also important that individuals help each other at a community level, not just rely on the government.
Fantastic. You're doing really well with your fluency and ideas. Let's wrap up with some feedback. Fluency, you spoke fluently and maintained the natural flow. Pronunciation, your pronunciation was clear, but there were a few words like vulnerable that we can work on. Ideas, your responses were well developed, especially in part 2. Just make sure you fully expand on ideas in part 3 to add more depth. Tip, keep practicing speaking for 2 minutes in part 2. Try timing yourself at home so you feel more comfortable.